Yeah, so check this out. I got a topic. This topic is basically it's going to be characters versus character breakers. It's kind of thinking about this in the sense of hero and anti-hero. All right, character breakers. We can sound better as hero and anti-hero. I was thinking, in this world, you are either the character to be preserved and a static personality that you don't want to change. You've got the character that more often than not others are going to be trying to change or attacking. Um, you're a mainstay person, or you're going to be a character breaker. And a character breaker is probably someone who could get chalked up to be an anti-hero. And I think about what an anti-hero would look like. And an anti-hero would probably look like someone trying to be a breaker character, be a character breaker, which means a breaker of characters. And I started thinking about that and I was like, if you were a breaker of characters and you were trying to break people's character or to break someone's character, what would that look like? And would that be appreciated, or would that make you a bad person, or would that just make you a embattled person? And I think it would probably make you a embattled person. Not necessarily a good person with intent, maybe benevolently. You know, it'll be a whole bunch of benevolent stuff going on. But you definitely wouldn't be bad. But you would be viewed as bad. And I think that if you are an anti-hero, you are going to be attacked on both sides. Because if you're an anti-hero, you're going to have the heroes or the characters attacking you that are good. Then you're also going to have, well, the characters on the other side, which are evil, that just don't appreciate you not being evil. Surely you're doing something that's impeding them or obstructing them trying to be evil, so they just don't like you. Now that I think about it, there's villains and anti-villains. So there's probably character breakers on the bad side too. Wasn't trying to go that far with it. And that's interesting. So anyway, you're going to be embattled. But at the very least, you're not going to be accepted. And it's going to be a more interesting angle than the others, because regardless of who you are, you're not going to be accepted by everybody. The light isn't really going to be accepted by the darkness. Now, the darkness can be accepted by the light, but with the intent to break its character. So, I mean, there's always going to be a struggle, but just being on the light side doesn't just mean that that's the end of it. There could be levels and different ways that plays out. And one of the ways that it plays out is you could be that person on the side of light that I'm going to say that they're both ordained. They're both on the side of light, but some people just are liked more than others. Some people are more appealing than others. Some people are less embattled than others. It's all good. But you're not one of those necessarily. Because generally, staying on the light side of things, or I guess even on the dark side of things, I guess I'll pivot over to how this applies on the dark side later, but I'm more or less staying on the light side and talking about what like an anti-hero or a character breaker of characters would have to go through. You would probably not get along with everybody on the light side as much. There would be some people on the side of light that practically get along with everybody. And even the people on the side of dark, it's like they seem to get a little more respect over there somehow too. Interesting. But if you're an anti-hero type of person, you're not going to get as much respect. Period. Because you're not the favorite, but you're on the side of light. So what is it exactly that you're doing? Basically, a breaker of characters, or a character breaker, you're pretty much... Some people are in direct opposition of the dark, or the darkness, or evil, or of something. They're like, nope, not gonna compromise with it, not gonna expose myself to it, not gonna entertain it, go cut it off. Well, not cut it off because I'm never gonna cut it in. Yeah. And they're gonna probably be less willing to do anything that could be construed as darkness or evil. They're not, well, they would be on the more side of self-righteous. Or maybe righteous. But you see what I'm saying? They're going to be the superiorly moral-stricken, morally restrained, ethical people. In a more accepted way. Now, that doesn't mean that the anti-hero isn't morally stricken and morally restrained. Theirs is more, I guess, abstract or obtuse. So, these guys over here are going to be like, say no to crime. Or they just deal in absolutes, kind of. Their absolutes are going to be more compatible with the world and how it should be. Cool. Okay, these topics are popular. So no killing, no murdering. And then they go deep into that, as in no killing and no murdering, and that even includes like abortion and the death penalty. Whatever. Now see, anti-heroes would be more on the side of, there are some times that we should kill people by capital punishment. abortion should not be banned. Then we start to get, you see, and generally when this person gets in that situation, there's going to be a side that's probably like, yeah, man, just who cares? Just all for it. We should just take the restrictions off it altogether. And it's like, well, no. But you'll have those people that are like, okay, within moderation. And then you start to figure out, well, what is that moderation? And that brings up a whole nother issue. But you might end up as an anti-hero by just trying to advocate or stick up for some entity like that, Planned Parenthood. And I don't even, okay, yeah, so we'll use that as an example, since I've already used kind of the value of life. Okay, so let's put that on the table and look at that as a character or a character breaker. So there's going to be certain people that are going to be like, you know, I value life, all life, period. Period. Those would be your super duper hero type people. Cool. There's a narrative looking at that, the value of all life. I guess you would get down to the point where you find out that I'm like an anti-hero. Because I just try to be as objective up to now. Okay, all right. So I painted a picture of what I'm going to talk about. Okay, so now, look, now I'm about to break my character and get into, all right. The virtue and soundbite of that sounds so great that, yeah, you would just want it to be that way. Yeah, that would be cool. You shouldn't, have capital punishment. Shouldn't have any abortions. Should be no taking of life or devaluing of life of any aspect. Shouldn't be any wars. You're one of those people. Value life. I would think that would make you a hero, right? If you have that type of perspective, you would be a hero. Right? Or no? For the sake of this argument, I'm going to assume that you would be a hero. I assure you I could make out how you could just be a flat out villain in this world for all of those things I said. I have let's say a extreme disposition on the valuing of all life. And it's like, well, dang, why it's got to be extreme? And it's like, well, it's got to be extreme because all the way across the board, I value life. That should make you a hero. That can actually make you a villain. Huh. Anyway, should make you a hero. We'll call you a hero for the context. Well, if you're somebody that, so what did I just mention? Like, it's almost like I'm breaking down politics and every dynamic of life and kind of how it plays out. So let's see here. I put on the table, I'm talking about the valuing of life. And I made it extreme valuing of life. And I said, oh, if it's going to be extreme valuing of life, you got to be like, no wars. All wars are bad. Period. Any type of war, whatever, bad. Anytime the police kill somebody, you start off with like, well, nope, that was wrong. You're going to have to explain your way out of, you must have been stopping somebody that was trying to kill other people. Like, you're one of those people. And then you got to be like, no abortion. Okay? No abortion, period. All right? And then what's the other one I said? I said wars, justice, abortion. Oh, and capital punishment. So those four. So you got to have those four. for context of this argument, to be a hero. It'll get siphoned up. Well, if you don't have all four of those, you're not a hero. You automatically get relegated to being an anti-hero. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is there's somehow or another, if we're all over here in this group of valuers of life, and we're rocking out, there's going to come a point in time when somebody throws that extreme up at the top of the sign. You probably going to be rocking out and like, yo, it's got extreme on the sign now. What's the extreme part? And there's going to be a couple of people like you, like, I don't know, that is cool. I mean, that is it's a good point. It's a cool point to make. I don't know. And you kind of rock out, but you still in the back of your mind like, Then you're also going to notice there's some people that never broke character. When Extreme got put over the valuers of life sign, banner, deal that you all are supposed to all be rallied and unified on, they didn't break character. As a matter of fact, they went from rocking out to they started rocking out more. So it's like, oh. So even from right there, you could tell who so a distinguishing just got made, huh? So we all just can't be valuers of life now, right? We got to be extreme. All right. Okay, yep. Rocking out. We rocking out. You know, I got some questions about that, though. But anyway, yeah, let's keep rocking out. And inevitably, this is what's going to come up. What's going to happen is one of those four categories is going to get put on the table. And once one of those four categories get put on the table, you're not going to see eye to eye with all of the extreme valuers of life. And it's so arbitrary which one gets put on the table. The moral of the story is one of them is going to get put on the table and you're going to be in the minority. And you are no longer going to be as prestigious in the hierarchy of heroes. That might sound so pessimistic or whatever my take is. That's just the reality of it. So, which issue is it going to be? And how does that play out? Okay. All right. Abortion. Which of those? Any, meeny, miny, mo? War. No, war's easy. Oh, okay. Capital punishment. I don't hear people talking about that too much. People talk about abortion. They talk about war. And the police stuff has been played out. Man, let's talk about capital punishment. Okay, so let's say that they do agree that there should not be any type of war. Like war, no. There's always some form of working it out or diplomacy that could be had. It's almost like they're lucky that their topic didn't get put on the, table. They also believe no abortions, period. They're like, no. Or they're that person where in 99.9% 7. Yo, like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to even entertain the idea of an extremist absolute perspective. Because dang. You see where I'm going with this? But anyway. Well, no, I got to stick with it. So they are 100% against abortion too. They're 100% against war. 100% against abortion. 100% against police brutality. There's no way that an officer can kill you. That just, you can't be killed by law enforcement. But when it comes to capital punishment, well, they kind of waver on that one. They think, I'm going to use extreme examples. Never underestimate the power of hyperbole. Sometimes you have to use extreme examples and stay out of the gray area so as to drive your point home. So I'm going to say, all right, those people to be like, nope, no capital punishment. So Adolf Hitler is on trial. Imagine that. He got found guilty. All right. You know, take whomever you are and put yourself in their faction. You're okay. You're over in Iran, and Syria, and y'all get George Bush, both of them, right there on trial. And y'all found them guilty. What do you think they would do? What do you think the masses would want to do? What do you think? See, they got a whole nother set of hero. It kind of flips up. But the point is, even on that topic, if you flip over there to them and they want to catch you or it's your enemy, they're probably going to all be like, kill, kill, kill. That's the hero over there. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. We got George Bush and we got both of them. Kill him. The one that's probably like trying to save them is probably their villains, or collaborate with them and work with them is probably the villains. But if you don't want them killed, now the heroes are going to start looking at you. If you don't want Adolf Hitler killed, now the heroes are going to start looking at you. You know the damn villains is already looking at you. They're just like, man, they got our boy. They steadily try to do rescue missions on you or some shit. Like, they still haven't given up hope or something. I don't know. They outside rallying and demonstrating on your behalf. But anyway, you are now to a point where it's like, nah, we can't kill him. It's just like, right then and there, hero and anti-hero start coming up. You might have been a hero. You was a hero until that moment. Now you ain't a hero no more. Because the hero's got to say, no. We said, no. It's capital punishment, right? But then, now it's like, yeah, but we said extreme valuers of life. So, like, I think this guy qualifies for, like, I mean, we're talking about Adolf Hitler here. we can make an exception. Either that makes sense or it don't. But you're going to have people that are going to be like, no, we said we don't approve of capital punishment. So no, we can't kill him. And there's going to be some dissension right there. Moral of the story is, hell, you might not even be a hero. The hero might get taken out of your name just over that category. You see how arbitrary and fickle this can be? You might now officially be, well, at the least, well, see, and this is the other thing. Maybe you were on the side of light the whole time, and you weren't ever deemed as a hero. You were an anti-hero. Because you didn't agree with those four in the first place, right? At that point in time, that's what the template was, to be a hero. Well, that's the other thing. These four is going to change. They're going to interchange so much. But at the point in time, the four things that were most commonly accepted. See, it's so arbitrary how all of this goes. Even from being a hero to a damn villain. But at that point in time, the four things that was accepted, you didn't accept. One of them, you was always with, no, I don't agree with capital punishment, but man, it's Adolf Hitler. We're going to have to kill this dude. You was with that. But until that scenario came up, until they put extreme over there and started rocking out harder, you was one of those people that was kind of, you was on the side of the light, but it's like, man, you ain't pure enough. Man, because you'd kill somebody. And say, dude, I'm not trying to say I'd kill somebody. I'm saying if it was Adolf Hitler, I mean, but until that moment, they're, oh, see, he'd kill somebody. Now, y'all all heroes, but damn. Like, shut up. But no, that hadn't came up yet. So, they was just over here in the hero. And even at this moment, now the one, maybe that was the only one that was keeping you out of the hero, like, circle of honor, whatever little clique they be having. Huh? But now that issue's on the table, you're officially a hero. That group is going to start kicking out the people who wouldn't kill Hitler. Like, bro, you're like, dude, we're not going to. So how are we going to, there's going to be a civil war or something. Like, there's going to be more chaos trying to preserve this dude and keep him. What? On top of. Ooh, like, that's just like, that would be so tricky. But anyway, point is, that's what's going to happen. There's going to be a shift. So now they're out, or some people that were in are not out, and now you're in. Now here's where it gets interesting. I hope you all have been following this story. So now, how you were kind of speculative when you saw that extreme get put above the valuers of life, and you was like, yo, what does that mean? You now see exactly what it comes down to. Now, there's going to be some people that were on the outside of that circle, kind of speculative with you. People who kind of were already relegated to anti-heroes. There's going to be some of them that be like, oh, I get a chance to be a hero now? Oh, you guys are, I'm cool. I could be one of the. Oh, man. So, and they're going to go over there and they're going to start rocking out harder with the heroes. We're heroes. But then there's going to be some that's going to be like, Wait a minute. I see what just happened. All right. So I'm going to be on top now, and y'all like want me to be the champion or in the champion circle or one of the figureheads, face heads, or like the, now. But prior to this, I was cool, but not all that. And then now you all just switched up on me, and I just saw you switch up on them. Now we're all on the side of light still. We all heroes still. But that part, I don't know if I want to be. I'm cool over here. I'm all right. Because I know it's only a matter of time before war or abortion or, you know what I'm saying, justice and law enforcement gets put on the table, and I'm going to be right back out again. Now, I'm the type of person where I'd just rather let it happen organically, man. I'm over here on the side of light, and I'm fighting the same battles y'all fight, and whether it's on my terms or not, and whether we lose or win, whatever, like, it's not that serious to me. So it'd be like, I'm good. You would have some of the people that are like, nah, we good, man. We just gonna stay over here. I kind of gotten comfortable being over here. I don't want to really sit at the round table. I'm good. Man, if you're following this story, there tends to be a little bit more dissension or division, even within the side of light that happens then, because there's going to be people that say, oh, okay, all right, I respect your decision. Man, it ain't really that serious. And then you're going to have some that are like, all right, man, okay. I respect your decision. But, you know, kind of the little gaslighting thing. You know, they're going to kind of guilt trip you a little bit like, all right, man, I guess we'll find somebody else. Or your prestige is going to drop, basically, with